Watching a family member deteriorate from Alzheimer's is difficult.
The disease slows brain function and hampers the memory, but a new clinical trial at the Medical College of Wisconsin could bring hope to families battling Alzheimer's.
12 News' Shelby Croft shows us how, new at 10.
Life has just gotten a lot slower.
You wouldn't know it watching Fred Ruekert, but this is a different pace for the 56-year-old. He still enjoys a good laugh, throws out quick-witted remarks, and plays with his grandkids. But the woman who's lived with him for more than 30 years knows something's off.
Just a very different person, you know, motivation. I mean, a lot of that is just not there anymore.
Irene started noticing a difference in her husband a little over 2 years ago. A civil engineer with a master's degree, work started to get difficult for Fred.
Trying to deal with a lot at work and not capable of getting stuff done. He'd come home and say, I don't know what I did at work all day.
I think just realizing my work production was less and just not achieving what I wanted to achieve in the time frames and that. You know, you didn't want to admit it, but it was happening.
Finally, somebody at work actually called me and said that they felt that something wasn't right at work, and could this be the same thing, because his brother actually was employed at the same company.
Fred's brother had died of Alzheimer's. The disease had come on fast and took him quickly at the age of 57.
I don't think anybody wanted to see it, nor did I, but it was like you couldn't ignore it anymore.
After a family roundtable, Irene got Fred into the same doctor his brother had seen, Dr. Piero Antuono at the Medical College of Wisconsin. He's been studying Alzheimer's since the early 80s and is now heading up what could be a breakthrough study.
It's very promising intervention that has raised hopes for many investigators as well as patients.
It's an international clinical trial with thousands participating.
We will follow people for approximately a year and a half.
Fred is the first participant here in Wisconsin.
We go in every 13 weeks. There's a series of 5 intravenous administrations, and it takes about an hour.
The treatment is supposed to create antibodies.
These antibodies will eventually decrease the amounts of this abnormal protein that accumulates in the brain, and it tends to slow down the transmission of memories, information, and data.
Dr. Antuono says the hope is to stop or slow the progression of the disease. Patients will be monitored closely, given memory tests and brain scans. Family will document their progress at home. The Ruekerts are taking a gamble with the study. Some participants are given the drug, others a placebo.
Something is better than nothing. I just, you know, it's torturous to stand and watch him decline, not trying something.
Having seen what the disease did to his brother and his father before that, Fred feels he has nothing to lose.
Me, I just feel kind of like I'm on a level plane right now. You know, I've dropped down to a certain level I can function, and if I can maintain at least that level for a while, it'd be great.
Great not only for Fred, but for the millions of others suffering also. In Waukesha, Shelby Croft, WISN 12 News.
The Medical College is still looking for people to participate in the study. If you're interested, call the number on your screen there, 414-805-5248. The Alzheimer's Association of Southeastern Wisconsin also has resources. The 24-hour helpline there is 800-272-3900. Exercise seems to help slow the onset of Alzheimer's. A new study just released today shows that patients with early Alzheimer's who did better in a treadmill test had less deterioration in a key part of the brain. Researchers found that patients with better fitness had less atrophy in a region of the brain that controls both memory and balance.